Good morning and welcome back once again to the Abundant Harvest Homestead. I don't know when I'll get this unloaded, so I say good morning because it's my morning now quickly before I've got to run off to work. Lately I've been having a lot of computer issues and now internet issues, so you may have noticed we're not uploading videos as often as we once were. That's not our goal, but for the moment that's what's happening. So I just wanted to do just a quick uncut one video so that I don't have to edit it very long with the computer issues. I can get it uploaded and maybe even get this out before the weekend for you guys. It's just going to be a simple mid-September garden tour. Show you guys a little bit what we're working on and we'll go from there. Cool thing is our Japanese winged beans, like here by my finger, they're a slow producer. It takes them a while to start, but they've started, so we've got a lot of more mature pods. And some of the ones that we're saving for seed are even turning black right now. So a long time ago we did a video about how to save wing bean seeds, and we'll be doing that once again. In other news, check this out. These here are some of the passion fruit. If you can make that out, there's so many of them hanging here. We've been eating a ton. There are still a lot more to go. Again, we just wait for them to fall to the ground, and that's how we know they're ready. There are some little melons and stuff we're trying to get out by the end of the year, now that the squash bugs and stuff have kind of died down. All this stuff's doing amazing. A lot of our volunteers. The purslane's about headed out for the year, that's in there, but the toothache plant was a volunteer. And then these peppers are still cranking it out. There's a reason we really like these mini bell peppers. Still got a lot of harvest that's coming in, which is really nice. Look at how many are up in there. Can you guys see that? Like, look straight across. Look at how many that is. That is insane. I may have to take a picture of that for the cover image. And Monster Truck and Bell Pepper just brought in, about a half dozen or more. Because what happens is, as they mature, if you pick them too early, they're like wasted. But if you let them get fully ripe, they're beautiful, they're amazing, they're incredible. Best way to find out if they're ripe is just to let them hit the ground, let them fall to the ground. This is a crazy amount of wing beans too. Boy, I don't know, that might be a good cover image there too, just look at them all. And these are all kind of past their prime, heading into seed, and we're doing that primarily to help others get them into their hands. Got some peppers we planted late. They're doing all right, although the free-range chickens were pecking them up the other day. Bitter melons on this wall are just a big crazy creeping mound, so they're doing good. We've already let some go to seed, and we've got some more mature ones we can be harvesting here soon. Trying some late crop Chinese red noodle beans as well. That's those 3 leaves there, and some sort of volunteer gourd. The black pearl peppers are one that we hope to offer up in our Etsy shop soon. They're a stunning one. If they're out in like full sun, the leaves get so dark purple, they're almost black. Look at those flowers too. Those flowers are just incredible. The color of purple, and then they get those little red fruits. I got a couple plants here, and we've got a lot that are saved for seeds. But you can notice, I mean, look at the contrast between the bitter melon leaves and the black pearl pepper leaves. It just really makes a place pop. And these we originally got from an American homestead. They are the baby fat Achata cucumbers. They are doing pretty well. Camera's having trouble focusing here, but they're like little fuzzy guys. Look like almost little hedgehogs, and they're doing pretty good. Some of the other peppers coming in through here, serranos and stuff. Look at the size of that one. That's a big passion fruit. I can't wait for him to get full. That's going to be cool. This is a new fig variety we're trying this year, the Celeste. The brown turkey isn't really completely for this area per se. They do all right, but we're going to get some other ones going and try some different varieties. Here's a number of figs here. You can see a couple of them hanging off. So right here's one. There's another one farther back. And as far as some stuff this year, Got our first beehives on the property. That's pretty cool. They like running across to the pond and getting water there. The sheep just kind of came through and cleared out some of this area. You can probably hear them. They're saying good morning. Well, here's kind of some crazy stuff. The tomatoes are still producing, but some of them are kind of on their way out. So we got this nice wall here. The Thai basil, a beautiful plant, just doing fantastic. Great taste. These little watermelons are still producing. You can see they're still flowering. Over there's another one being produced, so kind of cool. The Chinese red noodle beans are doing amazing. These I've been trying with peas and beans, finding the best variety for our area. These are some of the beans I'm growing this year, and I'm letting a lot of them go to seed. So these Chinese red noodle beans, hold on, just opening the seed pack for you guys quick, because it's worth looking at these. Yeah, there we go. I'm not even sure what variety this is, but I do know they are incredibly beautiful. So they kind of got this nice maroon and white speckles, but they were so prolific I decided not to really harvest any and just to get a really good seed crop. A lot of times that's what I'll do. I think the other year I grew 6 different types of peas just to see which one would be best, and pick kind of my favorites for like a garden pea, and then my favorites are like a more snap pea, and went with those. So here I'm kind of weeding through some of the options for the beans. These ones seem to be one of the best producers, so I'm just letting them go like hard to seed. So I have a very large seed stock, and then I'm able to grow a ton of them next year is really the plan. So here you can see all around me Chinese red noodle beans going all the way to seed. There's other ones still producing. Nice edible tasty beans. I love how long of a plant they go. Cool thing back over here is there's a bunch of cayenne pepper plants, but I didn't plant any of those this year. They were all volunteers. I'll kind of cover that in an upcoming video. Here was another cool one. Right there, the plant in center screen is white horehound. I used to have some really big clary sages planted on each side of it, but they went to seed, and now if you look around, a bunch of clary sage volunteers are everywhere. That one's actually in the bed. A couple of them made it all the way over into this bed. Those are going to turn into some pretty large plants, but now I'm going to lift all these, put them in some little pots, and have them available to share with others too, which is really cool. Our chard this year has done better than ever. I'm not even keeping up with it right now. It was quite a bit bigger than this even earlier, but right now, I mean, that's a smaller plant. There's bigger ones behind it. They're doing well. Trifoliate citrus and the rhubarb doing well. Got some beans planted in the open spaces around it. Finally, whoa, the sunchokes have bloomed, and those got to be at least 12 feet tall. So that's really cool, really good looking. This wall of thornless blackberries I'm letting drape down quite a bit right now, kind of like those old hippie door bead type things. Malabar spinach is going to seed hard. See that? So we're going to let a lot of those go in our Etsy shop, and be throwing them into some bonuses and stuff too. We get them listed. These are brown turkey figs, and they are doing okay. There's not as many figs on here as we would like, and some of that is just that I let it all run. There's things I could do to make it better. Here's an example of a little fig up in there. You guys can make that out. He's in there anyway. But snake gourds are still producing. Look at this. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. See? And then this one's getting bug eaten. That one's not doing so well. So I'm just going to break him off and get rid of him because he's a subpar fruit. And the ones we're growing for seed though are pretty amazing. So that's exciting. This is a pepper originally from Africa. I'll do a full video on that later. We've got noodle beans coming in now. These are their beautiful flowers. There's one over there, one over there in the center screen. So these are a later crop one. I planted them later. All down here, this plant was a carrot I let go to seed. So all down here is volunteer carrots. All that stuff across the ground. So I may try to move some. We'll see. This is another variety here of green bean. These guys are doing amazing. I'm gonna grow a lot of those for seed. More passion fruit everywhere. And then here, just like those carrots, is a whole section of dill that reseeded itself in the pathway. I'm just gonna let it run. And then found some volunteer potatoes from last year in here. Harvested some of those. Just took out the beans that were here. These peppers are still just producing like crazy. This is the main patch of the mini bells. The okra, I'm letting a bit of that go to seed, as you can see. Those are some pretty big guys now. And then soon the Korean goji berries will be putting a lot of fruit. They're actually setting fruit and their flowers are working their way through, but the fruit is still green, like on my fingertip there. There's more to this garden right now. Red Swan bush beans and Mandan bride corn, other watermelons, different tomatoes and stuff, some big Thai peppers. But that's kind of a general walkthrough right now. One thing I'm doing too is switching all my rocks to make them bigger. And I'm gonna use the smaller ones up the hill on a project. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. I know you guys like garden videos, the garden tours. But we will talk to you next time. Appreciate all of you. Love you much. Thanks for the support. And if I get these issues resolved, I'll put out more videos on a more frequent basis. All right, Papa out.